Joining us right now on the phone is Wedbush Securities media analyst James Dix. Last week, he reduced his target price for News Corp from $21 to $20 a share, but he is still keeping the stock at outperform. James, good to have you here on Street Smart. Why still keep the stock at an outperform, considering it seems like new things come out every day here?
Yeah, thanks, Carol. Good to be with you. I guess, the basic reason is that look out over a longer-term time horizon, and that's what my target price is based on. The stock market will be more of a weighing machine than a voting machine, and that, in part, that asset value, but also in part, really the underlying performance of the operations should justify the shares turning around. Near term, you certainly have headline risk to the downside.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Are you banking on a breakup of News Corp?
I'm not, and I don't think you need to break it up in order to get to my target price or to make a good case for owning the stock here.
What about Murdoch, though? We've had a lot of guests on throughout today here on Bloomberg Television, and there's questions about whether or not Murdoch is going to stay in place. Some say he'll go to being chairman, not CEO. Some say he's got to be out completely. What do you think, and how much do you care if he's not CEO or chairman at the company?
Well, certainly given his voting control and given how instrumental he's been in hiring the management that you have now and putting together the assets, he's a significant part of the story. Obviously, everybody who owned the shares has been contemplating some type of succession, in the interim, in some type of intermediate future. He himself has been, candid about that. So I think, kind of your assessment as to where that succession is going to go is probably relevant as to whether, what you see his role is going to be going forward.
James, what could happen in this process in terms of the investigations looking into News Corp and various individuals who have worked at the company or are still working at the company, or even in the testimony we get tomorrow from Mr. Murdoch and his son before that hearing over in the UK? What could happen that could make you start to think differently about this company, maybe a little bit more pessimistic?
Yeah, I think investors care about, how the management, both runs the business and reacts to, new developments such as these types of situations at News of the World. So we may get some, information which sheds light as to, what management knew, when they knew it, what types of investigations they asked to be done, to be sure that they were confident in the operations and that, how they were being run. So I think that, I think that's something investors would be interested in finding out about. Whether we find out that much about that tomorrow, it's hard to know.
Right. We'll certainly find out, but we'll definitely stay tuned to this one. James Dix, thank you so much for giving us your thoughts on News Corp.